Let's check this out. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Let me throw this up. We'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. All right, welcome to Uke Like the Pros, and this is our daily lesson. I am Terry Carter. Thank you for being here, and thank you for helping spread the love with Uke Like the Pros. Today is our Beatles Bite, and it's I Want to Hold Your Hand intro part 2, or guitar 2, or in this case, ukulele 2. So in the last lesson, we went over the first part, the main part, so that'd be a good video to check out. But today is the second part. And this was probably a part played by Lennon, I would imagine, and George Harrison was probably playing that first part. So don't forget everything for this tab. If you want to grab it, check out the masterclass there at ukelikethepros.com, and you can also check out some of the other premium content that I have up there. So, why don't we jump into the lesson? We're going to go ahead and grab some tuning notes here. First string A, second string E, third string C, and fourth string here, G. Now I have a low G on my ukulele, so it's going to sound a little bassier than maybe yours if you have a high G. But if you have a high G, it actually is going to sound more like the song than way mine is. So that would actually be a benefit to you in this lesson. But either way, you're going to play it exactly the same way. So as you can see, we're coming live from Los Angeles, day 2 of my long week up here. A couple more days, and then I'm home for a while for the 4th of July weekend. Yes. Okay, where are we at here? Let's just jump right into the opening lick here, and this is measures 1 and 2. And the first measure, which is not even a measure, it's a pickup, and it's going to come in on the and of 3. So if we're counting it, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and we come in with 3 eighth notes on the and of 3, 4, and the and of 4. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then we hold that just for a second as we go into the next measure, okay? And so what I'm doing for this is I'm first of all using my thumb for this whole lesson. It's going to be all downstrokes, which is pretty cool. But when I do the downstrokes for this entire lesson here, we got to hit strings 4 and 3 together. Sometimes that can be a little tough. Sometimes we have a tendency to maybe only hit the 4th string, or only the 3rd string, or maybe we hit more than the first 2 strings. Okay, but you want to do them, and you want to do them together, as opposed to, it's not individually, it's together. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to hit the open 4th and open 3rd. I'm going to hit that twice, so on the and of 3 and 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then on the and of 4, I'm just hitting 2 and 2. So that's the 2nd fret of strings 4 and 3. I'm just using my first finger, and I'm just barring it right there. So that's your first lick, and that's going to happen several times in our intro. Okay, so let's just do that together. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. It actually happens 3 times. Now there's some stuff in between those, but we'll talk about that in a second, but you would do that 3 times. So let's do it 3 times, just playing that. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, now if we look at measure 2, which is this right here, right below me here, we have just the same note, those 2 and 2, and we're going to hit, but it's going to be on the and of 1 of the next measure. So if we play our opening lick as 3, and 4, and 1. We hold it, and then and 2, and 3, and 4, and so what I'm doing here is I'm still barring strings 4 and 3 at the 2nd fret, and I'm going to come out on and a 1. So 1, and 2, and 3. So how many times does that? Just and 1, 2, and 3, and. So we're going to hit it 4 times. And then we go back to open, open, and 2, 2 again. All right, so if we're looking at just the second measure here, right here, and it's going to start on the and a 1, so 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. And then on and a 3, we hit open, 4, open, and back to 2 again. All right, so let's try these measures that are on the screen here. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. All right, one more time. Pretty cool. I like it. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Remember, the and of 3 is that same lick, 0, 0, 2, just like we did in the, where is that? Pickup measure. Okay, let's add the next measure now. And so we did this measure, we did this measure, so now we're looking at this measure. And if you notice, this is actually measure 2 over here. This is measure 1. Where is it? There. And then this is a pickup measure. Doesn't really count as a measure because it's just a pickup. Okay? But if we look at measure 2 there, it's exactly the same as measure 1. So we're just going to actually do this 2 times. So let's see if we can play everything on the screen. I can do it once first. Let me do a little faster. 1, 2, 3. So that was everything that's on the screen. Let's slow it down. From the top, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. All right, one more time. Again, all downstrokes. This 1, and 2, and 3. All right, so now, actually, let's do that with a backing track. We're not going to do the whole song, just what's on the screen. Let's do it with a slow backing track, just so you feel it in time. So 1, 2, 3. And that's up to that point. That's the slow backing track. That's not the fast, right? One more time, just for the heck of it, because it's actually so fun to play. Here we go. 1, 2, Now let's finish off this lick. We got adding the next 2 measures here. So this is all new stuff that's here on the screen. And what it does here is it goes to a shuffle. And it's going to sound like this. Now here's a very good tip for you. I got this out of this Beatles book, and I meant to bring it. It's in the car. I'll show you what it is. And a lot of stuff is fairly accurate that I found in there. It's for guitars, not for ukulele. But for some reason, this song was just wrong. So they didn't have this shuffle feel. They just had. Now, when I listen to it, and I listened to it several times in headphones, I hear this. And I hear it from the guitar. The bass may be doing it too, but I hear the guitar doing it. So, as I've told you before, your ear, I would trust my ear over anything I see online, I guess including the lessons you're here with me on, but always listen for yourself, because I'm just not too sure that lyrics and all these parts that people are putting up, whether it's a video or just a text file or whatever, are always 100% accurate. So trust your ear and figure it out yourself. And so the way I'm going to teach it, at least here today, is with this shuffle feel. So remember, we just came off of this lick, this 002, and now we're going to start with this measure right here, and it's going to get on also on an and a 1. So if I go back, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So what's happening here is I'm going to hit this 2-2 again on the and a 1, so it's 1 and. Then I'm going to add my third finger here to the 4th string, 4th fret. I'm going to hit it 1 time. That's going to be on beat 2, and then I'm going to take it back off to 2 and 2, and of 2, 3, and a 3, and then third finger back on the 4th string, 4th fret, on beat 4, and then back off on the and a 4. Now when I add my third finger here, I'm still playing the 4th string and the 3rd string here at the 2nd fret. I'm just adding a different note here. And that gives you kind of this shuffle Chuck Berry type vibe thing here going on. So again, I'm just looking at this first measure right here. So it comes in on and a 1, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Easiest thing to remember is just you're going to add your finger on beats 2 and on beat 4. And you're just going to play it once and then take it off. Okay? So now let's play if we did it before with the 0, 0, 2. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now if we look at the next measure here, it's the same thing, similar I think, not identical, but actually the notes are identical, the rhythm's slightly different. What's going to happen is we do play on beat 1. So this is the first measure we actually play on beat 1. I'm just going to go 2, 2, add the third finger, beat 2, take it off, and that's it. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so 1 and on beat 2, add the third finger, then take it off. And then this one is actually going to stop on beat 4 here when you add your third finger. So this last measure is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then da-dee-da-da-da-da, the lyrics come in. Okay, so let's play what's on the screen here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, one more time. Remember, we start on the and a 1 on this measure right here. 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, so let's do the whole thing with the slow backing track, but first, let me check in. Remember, we are live, so feel free to check in, say hi, leave a comment, ask a question, and if you're not watching this live, still, I love to hear from you, and I check these throughout the day, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So I'm going back to my home page here and refreshing. Okay, there I am. Hey there. Don and Chris, thank you for being here. And Chris says he's using his high G. What tab software do you use? So yeah, so all these things that I create for these lessons and all the website premium lessons are all used in Finale, which is a product I've been using for a long time. Sibelius is another one people use. I like Finale only because that's what I learned on, and I've gotten quite good at it over the years. And it does the notation and the tab. A little bit of a learning curve, but in my opinion, well worth it once you are able to figure it out. All right, what I like to do now is, if you notice on the screen here, I got everything we just went over. I want to do it with a slow backing track first. And then, yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, remember, and a 3. So 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I got that something, and then the lyrics come in. Okay, let's do it one more time with the slow backing track. One, 2, 3. Now, if you remember yesterday's lesson, we did part 1, and these two parts go together. So if I play part 1, this is again with the slow backing track. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, and. Let me play it one more time. Play it a little bit more correctly here. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, and then we have the bend and the release. So that part goes exactly with the part we just learned. 1, 2, 3. So get together with an ukulele player and you can do both parts. Pretty cool. Or record yourself playing one part and then play the other part. All right, that though was a slow backing track. What I'd like to do now is jump it up a bit to the original tempo, which I have it clocked in at 136. So let's just see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Pretty fast, right? So let's try it again. I like it though. Sounds better at faster tempo. Just harder to play. 1, 2, 3. Da da dee da da dee da da dee da dee da dee da dee, right? And it goes right into the verse, which is not about this lesson, but we'll do another lesson on how to play the actual chords to this song. All right, so I think that's about it. Hopefully I did an all right job explaining it. I'm gonna do one last check-in, and then we'll play it once or twice, maybe one more, and I'm gonna get on out of here. Head on down to lovely Santa Monica after this. All right, just wanna see if there's anything else that I missed. Okay, looks like we're good, so here we go. We're gonna play what's on the screen again. We'll take it on out of here. 2. Da da dee da 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 da. One more time. Here we go. 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's going to do it for today for our Beatles Bite. Thank you. I'm Terry Carter. Thank you for being here with Ukulele Pros. And as always, we will see you in the next lesson.